I can see that you're back. So you want to know how to mount an ISO image. I like you so much that I'm going to show you two methods. Roll, done. Okay, cool. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Yeah, all of that. Okay, so I'm going to show you actually two methods. Okay, just because I really like you. Okay, so let me just put this in a way you can see it. So I'm going to pick up where we left off, where let me remove those extra files. Everybody does that. So I'm going to pick this file that you just created in the previous videos. Go and check it out. Go and check them out before you watch this one. So this ISO was created as like a dump of a partition. So I imaged a partition to an ISO file. So I'm going to show how I showed in a previous video how to access it and see the contents. Now I'm going to show how to mount it permanently. Okay, permanently. And you need to be careful what was the origin of the ISO. So this ISO was built with its origin from a partition. I imaged a partition to an ISO. So this is, you can mount it with the mount command, like you see in the previous video. Go and check it out. So if you want to mount this permanently, you go to the FSTAB. I added some work in advance, so you just don't lose that much time watching me type. And this is what I did. So I'm going to have pointed out to the ISO, the mount point, the folder, and I did just like any other regular partition, because the contents of this ISO file are actually contents of an XFS file system. Okay, so this is almost like mounting a regular partition. So ISO, the folder, and these are the options we use usually to mount a regular XFS partition. Okay, so I'm going to do the mount -a. Okay, this is this is also an error. This is just, it is what it is. LSBLK, it's mounted, and I can see its contents. Okay, so if you are mounting an ISO that was sourced by creating a dump of a partition, if you are mounting an ISO that was sourced by making a dump of a partition, these are the options you will use. These are the options you will use. XFS defaults like a regular partition, okay? Or else you get a bad superblock error, things that you don't want to see. If you are mounting a regular ISO, which is the one I'm doing here, like this one there, you can do the mount command as usual. The mount command just eats it all. But if you are mounting on an FSTAB, okay, an ISO file, a regular ISO file like you download from Rails website, Rocky's website, it's slightly different. This is the same thing. You point to where the ISO is. You point to where the file is going to be mounted, the mount point, the folder, and these are the options. You don't need all of these. I just had this on the top of my head. So this is kind of the most important one, which is ISO 9960, which is the standard of a CD-ROM image, CD image on the ISO format. You can do this. This always works, so it's fine to me. So it just always works. So then you can just pause the video here and check it out. I'll see if I can remember to put this on the description. I may forget. If I do forget to put in the description, put a comment down below so I can put it there. Then I just do mount -a, df -h, and there we go. It's there. Okay, I can just check the contents. Oops, I copy paste a little bit too much, and there you go. It's there. So bear in mind. Let me just show this to you guys again. So if you are mounting a regular ISO, though I mean regular by it's a disk image from the CD-ROM, DVD, all of that. These are the options you need to use. If you are mounting from an image from a partition like I did on my first video, this is what you need to use. Mount it like a regular any other partition with the same mount options, and then you can add this to FSTAB and gets mounted on every reboot. Check out this video as many times as you need. Take notes, pause the video, like, subscribe, and comment. It will help, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.